Good evening, friends. White Panther, Child Sequel Boy, and Noob. Do we have something cool planned today? Nice. Oh, Sequel Salt. The saltiest salt there is. I know Dr. Dynamite would definitely approve. He's been having some trouble with SQL this week. Oh boy. A little bit nervous about today, friends. Because today is a big day. Does anyone know why today is a big day? I believe a challenge was fulfilled last week. Or on Monday, I should say. Good evening, Jay Walter. It is Facecam Day indeed, White Panther.
Nice.
100 bits per face. I haven't even showed my face yet, and you're already throwing bits at me. That is absolutely fantastic, and thank you so much. I'm hoping my internet connection retains its current shape of a flat line at a steady 5,775 kilobits per second, which Twitch says is excellent. What are we doing today? Besides Facecam, which I will reveal shortly, I do promise. We are trying to become better people. Have you reduced your streaming resolution? Yes, White Panther. We have been deduced. Is that the correct term? No, it's probably not the correct term. We have been de-resed. No, wait, that's the one where you get pixelated and transported somewhere else. I have reduced the resolution to 900p because apparently I've been told that that is the sweet spot between trade-off with bitrate and quality. Yes, for the non-partners, we can't go 1440p 144 hertz all the time. Hey, it was 30 FPS before. I need a dramatic song for face reveal. Let's try and get something dramatic. What can we use? This seems good. It's a little bit less dramatic than I thought. Check mark. Are you trying to get me check marked, Panther? We're still far away from that. Hello, fellow doctor. Although my title was stripped. I had my title stripped from me not long afterwards. Let's get this show on the road. Good evening, friends of Twitch. And welcome to Facecam. I did say that I would do it. I keep my promises. Thank you to everyone who contributed to the 50,000 channel points. It's truly, just mind-blowing.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, overlays. Probably should have included overlays on this particular scene in OBS. I do apologize. But we will be switching shortly to the real deal, which is what we're going to be doing today. Why am I putting myself through this? I don't really know. I don't really know. Pro tip, have a shared overlay scene which you can add everywhere. Yeah, I need to get to pro level streamer. That's pro level streamer. I'm currently... Sorry, I've lost my other hand. It seems to have gone too far down. You are a pro streamer now. This is wonderful. No, I have not achieved peak stream yet. I've achieved peak stream when I get so much passive income from my Twitch channel when I'm offline that I can live from it 24/7. Programmer. Yes, so now you can all see my lovely hydration stuff, and I could even include hydration stuff now in chat so that you can make me hydrate, but I hydrate all the time anyway. Cool, disco music. So listen, apparently I'm a data analyst already. Thank you for the salty bits for hydration. Apparently I am already a data analyst. I don't really consider myself a very good data analyst, to be very honest with you. Oh yeah, you want to skip this one? Your bits have paid for this. The skip. This is Brazilian Lounge. I should probably reset. Surprise. But Bossa Nova is also kind of cool. Yeah, it's quite nice. So yeah, I don't really consider myself a very good data analyst, but I want to get better, and hence I shall be starting yet another track on Data Camp. This will be the second one. I did one already. They have these career tracks, maybe just to show the structure of this. I did this. Oh, is this even on there? Maybe it was a skill track. Maybe it was a skill track. Oh yeah, SQL fundamentals. Never heard of this. You mean data analyst or data camp? Could be both. I did this SQL fundamentals. I got my certificate. Of Data Camp. Well, it's just an online learning platform like Code Academy or Udemy or whatever. The difference is that the quality of the courses is quite good from what I've found in comparison with some of the others that I've tried out. So the fun part about the SQL one was it told me I'm in the 95th percentile, and I let that get to my head a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And now I want to do something where I'm gonna torture myself, because I don't know R. Now R, not R rated, I mean R as in the programming language R, which is at least as old as Python. And I posted on LinkedIn today, you know, SQL's better than R, changed my mind. I don't think it's like the whole framework discussion in front-end development or back-end, whatever you want to call it. I don't think there is a better language than another language. Although that being said, COBOL is pretty nasty. I just think that languages are used for different purposes, and it makes sense to say, well, I learned this language, so I might as well do something with that. The reason why I want to do this career track, there are two reasons. And now you can actually see me make the two. You know, I was doing this stuff before to the camera, not realizing at times that you weren't seeing me, so that was kind of funny. The two reasons, and not the British way, because that will offend people. Two reasons. One, I feel like I can become better data analyst by following, how many courses is this? 17 courses, so 77 hours of material. I feel like I'm going to learn. Oh, that is the British way, because the other way is to say something else. Ah, that's some intelligent thinking right there. Also, we need to do Wait, this is the Japanese way. Is the into the cheek, you know, where you're like, kawaii. We need to do some shoutouts. I've just realized. But I'll get to that in a moment. So the first thing is I feel like from 77 hours of course material, I'm not a big theoretical learner. These are very practical things, right? Because you do stuff directly in the browser and you try stuff directly out. I feel like I'm going to learn something. I might not do all the courses, but I will try a lot of stuff. Kawaii Mati, that may be one of the upcoming emotes. No promises, but there are emotes on the way. A friend of mine is designing them. I look forward to having those. They're in like the sort of 70% stage, like the concept is finalized and she just needs to work on the artwork. So first string with Facebook and programming other than SQL. What? Facebook? Okay, face cam. Wrong bits. Yeah. Tombstones. Well, okay, you know, Steffi's error was pretty grievous, so I think it's okay to use the cemetery. Damn iOS autocorrect. I thought we got past the whole shitty autocorrect phase already of like 2009 or something when it wasn't working well. So anyway, second reason is there are some things, and this will shock you that I'm saying this, but there are some things that you cannot do with SQL. I know. It blew my mind when I realized that I can't really visualize data with SQL. I've been trying to visualize data with SQL, but beyond a table or maybe the spatial stuff like with the plugins in DataGrip, you can't really visualize data. And so this is the next logical step for me, is learning how to visualize stuff in R because of these packages like ggplot2 and, you know, deployer and reader and all this stuff. They allow you to visualize. So it makes sense that I can manipulate the data and then also visualize it directly. Not that I'm going to put SQL to rest. Let's not be rash. We are obviously going to still do a lot of SQL, because I don't think I can do 77 hours of R in one go. So yeah. I just realized I've been pronouncing Steffi wrong this whole time. Not wrong, just very German. Yeah. We need a throne for 2 shoes behind you. Oh, that would be kind of nice. I've seen that you can like cover your chair in green fabric to get that green screen going. I purposely don't have a green screen because I find my background very interesting. You may not agree, but I don't really care right now. It's just the first face cam. So, you know, if you have any feedback, leave it in the channel. There's a little suggestion box there. Feel free. Oh, green screen. I thought in the real background. Oh my god. An actual throne to sit on? But I always pronounce Stefan with the sht. Interesting. Oh, Harris Heller. You know, he's left Twitch. He's moved to YouTube. No, just for your shoes. Maybe a shoe cam would be more appropriate. I don't know if I want to show my feet on stream. I'm always barefoot at home. So anyway, those are the main 2 reasons. Then we need to do some shoutouts. I hope that certain people also show up today. Okay, Panther. I hope people, certain people show up today, Steve, because I have finally prepared the necessary shoutouts. So first, the obligatory shoutout. Salma, thank you for your presence in stream. Thank you for all your support. It's much appreciated. It's great having you here. Thank you to everyone else who is here as well. I'm just doing individual things right now. Shoutouts. Next we have Noob. VTuber. Honestly, thank you so much for your support as well and for your help, because I struggled a lot with the PDF thing, for example. And I'm always grateful to have you here in chat. So those are the 2 shoutouts I wanted to do. If other people show up, Steve, then they will also get individual shoutouts. And if you want to be included in these individual shoutouts, it may happen, it may not. It's pretty willy-nilly. I just sort of decided on the fly who's going to be in there. But I'd like to particularly recognize the support of everyone as well who has supported the stream so far. It's been a really cool learning experience for me, and we will continue this learning experience. Yes, I said Willy, because it's not one of the, you know, banned terms, like something with SIMP in it. And we will continue learning. Someone mod me. I don't think we can mod you. No. Stefan? It's weird because Panther, I always imagined you saying Steffi, funnily enough. And Stefan, and not Delete me. I'm not deleting you. I'm the only mod in my channel, FYI. I mod my own crap. I don't need no mods. Eventually I will need mods. I will I'm not even gonna read that. Steffi. Oh, like with a Y. IE. There could also be IE on the end. So, internet's holding stable. Looking pretty sweet. That's nice. Thank you, gods of the internet. We shall start stuff. So the first thing, and I said this last time I did datacamp stuff, I will not play the videos on stream. I will skip them and look at the transcript because I just don't think it's fair that I play their video on stream because these land in YouTube afterwards. Speaking of which, that's a good point. If you missed any of the previous vids, you can go check them out on YouTube. There's the link in the thing. And so I don't think it's fair to have free access to something that you would normally have to pay for, because these people put a lot of work into this and I spent my hard-earned money on this. So I don't feel like you should get all of it for free, you know? So, introduction to R. What is R? R is a programming language, like everything else. And like SQL, it just has rules. So it would be fun. I know some basics of R, because I have tried to use it before. But this is going to be a refresher. Backseat all you want. I don't care, because I know nothing. I am literally Jon Snow. In the editor to the right, you should type R code to solve exercises. So this is the standard datacamp thing, is like you have this little editor thingy. You might miss some of the messages here on the right with my face. That's the price you pay. You wanted face cam, so you get face cam. So how, okay. R makes use of the pound hashtag to add comments so that you and others can understand. So SQL is minus minus and R is with pound signs. You ain't know nothing, Maddie serve shoes too. Front seating. Yeah, front seating's always fine. Forward ho. That should have been modded by automod. Or not. Maybe not. Okay, so there's already some sample code. Can you see which lines are actual R code and which are comments? I'm gonna get so much XP for this. Oh yeah. Facecam Friday, loose! Welcome. How come that didn't work? Uh-oh. That didn't work. There we go. Loose gets a custom shout out as well. Welcome. I know 0R, so I'll be behind the back seat. Far behind. So you're in the trunk. White Panther just said it. In the boot. Yes, in the boot. As a Canadian would say, a boot. So arithmetic with R. In its most basic form, R can be used as a simple calculator. Well, I also have a calculator on my computer, so you know. Joke's on you, R. I can also do it this way. Ah, see? I just did something faster than in code. Consider the following arithmetic operators. So this is a good... What the hell is modulo? I've never heard of this. What does that even mean? Ah, Dr. Dynamite. The doctor is here. Dr. Dino has been paged and he has arrived. Thank you very much for joining. Even if you are late, you always arrive late to surgery? Just wondering if your patients complain about that. I may be late, but don't worry. 5, it's the reminder. Oh, remainder. I was wondering what you were trying to remind me about. Sort out the week that don't make it. Oh no, that's terrible. Those shoutouts are golden. Oh, thank you. I do put a lot of work into them, aka I researched a lot about how to do it as little work as possible to make cool shoutouts. But you know, I took the time to research. And if someone else would join, Steve, then I could also show them their shoutout. Because I have 5 buttons here and 4 have been revealed today. So there is only 1 left to reveal. So the last 2 might need some explaining. Oh yeah, look at that. If I had read, Loose, you see? If I had read, I would know. 15 modulo 7. Is that how it's read? So 5 modulo 3 is 2. Steve is the only one who doesn't have a shout out. F. He has one. No. If he's not here yet, he doesn't get one. He has to be here to receive a shout out. That's the rule of the SO, I believe, the unspoken rule. With this knowledge, follow the instructions to complete the exercise. I'm gonna ask people to modulo stuff from now on. See what they say about that. Exponential's fine, I understand that one. Type 2 to the power of 5 to calculate 2 to the power of 5. Type 28 modulo 6 to calculate 28 modulo 6. Don't worry about not reading. Apparently next to nobody in Claw reads documentation. I think Steve may be under the weather, so not sure he'll make it. Yeah, his tooth. That's true. He might not make it in. Well, he'll get it next time. No big deal. I'm not removing the button. It stays here, so. And yeah, I don't read documentation. I just submit. Look at that. Boom. I didn't even need to run the code. It's fine. Pronounce it like module? Module. 28 module 6. Ooh, variables. Regex or regex? Well, it's regular expression, so if you say regular expression, you can say regex, no problem. And regex is allowed in my chat, contrary to someone else's. Okay, a basic concept in statistical programming is called a variable. Okay. Oh yeah, this I remember. You just use this little arrow thing and it assigns the value. This is really cool. Maddie's on fire today, firing all the shots. Big up the regex boys! Submit. Have you noticed that R does not print the value of a variable to the console when you did the assignment? Because R assumes that you will be needing this variable in the future. Well, that's fantastic. So it's been revealed Maddie give us some right looks. He can't hide anymore. Skip it up. Oh well, this is too intense. That's too intense. And that's Harris Heller, so we're skipping that. I don't want to hear comments from left field. Was that left? No, that was right for you. Wait, no, is it left for you on screen? This is my right hand. Okay, never mind. We'll talk about this later. Suppose you have a fruit basket with 5 apples. This is already too complicated. As a data analyst in training, you want to store the number of apples in a variable. Why is this part relevant? I don't think that's what they want me to focus on, but I'm really asking. It's left for you, meaning everything is mirrored. Okay. It's up. The stream is up. I know. Twitch says excellent. I want to store the number of apples in a variable with the name myApples. I can see where this is going to go soon. Print out the value of myApples. R is easy. No, its direction is up, not left or right. You see, who's trolling now? Because I knew what you meant. But now, I look like the troll, not you. Isn't that cool? Variable assignment. Every tasty fruit basket needs oranges. What? We need a new poll for this. All right. 3-minute poll. Does a fruit basket need oranges, people? Please tell me this. Honestly, does every tasty fruit basket need oranges? I'm curious. A 3-minute poll? Yeah, it's a 3-minute poll, man. Yep. No is one answer. Okay, 2 no's. Persican. You are probably most familiar with R. I would guess. I'm gonna get backseated super hard by Persican today. Yes, facecam today. Indeed. I've been mocked. I don't have any questions yet, actually. But, you know, right now, all I've written is myApples. So, there hasn't been much to think about, to be honest. Assign to myOranges the value of 6. Okay. This might be too basic. I don't know. Interesting. 40% believe a fruit basket needs oranges. Controversial. Controversial. myApples plus myOranges. Create the variable myFruit. Okay. Assign the result of adding myApples and myOranges to a new variable. Okay. I'm confident. I'm submitting. Woo! 100 XP, yo. It's going to be a draw the rest of the owl moment. I don't know that one, Panther. You have to help me with that one. I rock. I'm very good with fruits. It's just a natural gift. Nice one. The great advantage of doing calculations with variables is reusability. Google it. Draw the rest of the owl. Bing it. Well, I don't know what the results are going to be, so I'll go incognito for this one. Ah. Yes. That's pretty cool. That makes sense. Are you drunk, Dr. Dino? Ask Jeeves? Good lord. So, a fruit basket does not need oranges. 67% no. However, as we know, it's not statistically reliable because there's only 6 answers total. But I'll take it. I think it's fine. I just wanted to ask you all a poll. See how you're doing. Drunk on life, just came back from the gym, so very hyper. You know when someone's capitalizing every second word, that they're pretty hyper. But that's cool, I like the energy in my stream. Perfect. Let's keep that going. Common knowledge tells you not to add apples and oranges, but hey, that is what you just did. This is truly, truly incredible. I don't know where the person designed this text, or if they even wrote it themselves, but it's just incredible. Okay, the plus operator works blah, 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 blah. Submit the answer, read the error message. Okay. Incorrect submission. Non-numeric argument to binary operator. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Let's skip through the boring stuff. I'm already bored. Decimal values. Blah, blah, blah. Change the contents of my numeric to be 42. Okay. Okay, interesting. My character. Some text. Why am I just changing variable values? So you learn how to write? I'm so old, I can't read it. Is that better? White Panther. I have gone to something like 120% zoom. Lovely. Oh wait, that was Panther. Ah, okay.
Nice.
I'm very happy with that overlay placement. Just goes straight over my head. Nah, the capitalization is just my lack of grasp of grammar, but I will now be getting sozzled to take the hyper edge off. I do love reading things, because then I imagine it in their voice, in my head, but I know as I read it, it doesn't come out in their voice, and that thing happens at the same time. So yeah, it's quite funny. Do you remember that when you added 5 plus 6, you got an error? Yes. You can avoid such embarrassing situations. Oh, class. Now we're starting to learn things. Okay. Class. My character. Class, my logical. Submit. Thank you also for the bits, by the way, Panther. You are a bit cheering all over the place today. This was the last exercise. Nice. Define the variable Vegas. Create a vector. You better be... Oh my gosh. This chapter takes you on a trip to the city of sins. Also known as Statistician's Paradise. Statistician's Paradise. Oh gosh, Dino. Look at all those tombstones. Is that because we're going to the city of sins?
Nice.
Oh, you're trying to trigger a train, aren't you? Cam train. Could happen. It's possible. I mean, the settings are there. It's possible. Thanks to R and your new data analytical skills. So I've learned how to like add fruit together. Let's just review. You will learn how to uplift your performance at the tables. Professional gambler. I like where this is going. Oh. Persican. I was giving this class about R not too long ago. Maybe you will find some cool stuff in your R journey. Thank you very much. Very cool. Thank you very much. Very appreciative. I will definitely take a look into that afterwards. I feel like data camp is a good way to start out if you're not so sure where your level is at. Because, I mean, now I'm just like scrambling. Oh, Jibbo! Hello. And oh, what do we have here? Dr. Dynamite. Have you just gifted 2 subs? Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it a lot. That fountain looked pretty cool. This time the frame rate did not collapse. Random subs. Really? That's pretty cool. Well, Panther and Loose, welcome to the graphical database. You have now been bestowed by Dr. Dynamite with your bar charts. Show them off in chat. Let's see your cool bar charts. Stay long enough and you may even earn a pie chart. So am I feeling lucky? I am. Next stop, Vegas, baby. Random subs. Gets gifted to 2 members of Claw. I mean, that's just hilarious. I can't find them, I might need... Oh, there we go. Lovely. I want a sunburst chart. Now that would be like a 2-year sub thing. That'd be crazy. Panther, it's just the subscriber badge. Emotes are still incoming, but I should have them soon, I hope. Speaking of Claw, so Dr. Dynamite, White Panther, Luz, Jay Walter, all these people here, they are in our beautiful community on Discord called The Claw, of which White Panther is our fearless leader. Boo to you. Yes, I know. I don't have emotes as rewards yet. But you also didn't pay for your sub, so... You know. Don't worry, it will be here soon. Oh yeah, Perskin's also in Discord. I have no fear. Until you get modded, of course. As in banned. As in timeout. I wouldn't ban you, just timeout. Do you still remember what you've learned in the first chapter? Okay. Yes. Burn. Who gets modded? No one yet. There's one person who will receive modship if I need a mod, which I'm not so convinced that I need one yet. But if I am going to mod someone, there is already one person in line for mod. Oh wait, this is like the only channel where Steffi isn't a mod. That's because there's no mods other than myself and Streamlabs. Stream Elements, sorry. Why can't they change their names? So similar. Don't you just automatically get modded? Isn't that the law? I don't know. Is there a law around that? Do I have to mod you, Steffi? Like, is there a rule? I didn't know about that. That would be new to me. That's a bit weird. That's cool. I'm currently breaking said law. Oh yeah, okay. Well, if there is, you broke the law. I am a rebel. I also like tear packages. You know when it says like tear here, I just tear on the other side. Just absolute craziness. On your way from rags to riches, you will make extensive use of vectors. Vectors are one-dimension arrays that can hold numeric data, character data, or logical data. Well, luckily, I already know what these are. I didn't mean you, it was a reply. Ah, how do you even live with yourself? Anarchy in the Mattyville. Yeah, I mean, companies want me dead. It's true. you know, post product videos of me opening their packages wrong and they just flip. So now I finally know, if anyone remembers, when we looked at the, I think it was the recipe data, the descriptions for the recipes and the steps, this had the C character in front with brackets around it. I'm pretty sure that's because someone imported the dataset from R or something. I don't know. This is a really cool song. I'm quite an EDM person. I don't know if people know that, but I don't like to just select only EDM for the stream because there's like 6 songs or something. I don't know, or is there? Maybe there's more. Last time I did it, there weren't that many, and the same songs kept coming up all the time. And that's just really Dance Redemption. You can't just throw bits at me and expect me to dance. Okay, that's all you get. So, vectors. I know what a vector is. That's cool. Daily gains and losses in the casinos. If you're a statistician, you would probably do this.
No.
Dance, puppet, dance. I think I need to make it a 500-bit redemption or something. Dance redemption like trash dev. Yeah, that's true. That's true, he has that as well. I hadn't thought of that. Put it in the suggestion box. Maybe someone will do it. So I combine function. I didn't even think to Google that, you know, I just trimmed it when we were working with the recipe data. I just trimmed it off. But actually, I think I could have just used it. And like, I could have processed the data with it. Whoopsie daisies. Okay, complete the code such that Boolean vector contains 3 elements, true, false, and true. Okay, that was a jump. Oh, I see. Okay, so true, false, true. Why are some data analysts called pirates? Because they are. Persican laughed. At least they wrote lol. Perfect. Notice that adding a space behind the commas in the C function improves the readability of your code. Okay, I did that automatically. Bad jokes is my specialty. Dr. Dynamite tittered. Lovely. Create a vector. After 1 week in Las Vegas and still 0 Ferraris in your garage, you decide that it's time to start using your data analytical superpowers. After 1 week in Vegas, I would be broke. Never mind 1 week, 1 day. I would be out. Like, see ya. Before doing a first analysis, you decide to first collect all the winnings and losses for the last week. Poker vector. Roulette vector. Okay, you only play poker and roulette since there was a delegation of mediums that occupied the craps tables. What? Mediums as in like psychic? Thanks for the gift sub, Dino. Use your power well. Use your bar charts sparingly.
Nice.
For the party music. I can keep EDM going. I can change it to EDM after this song, and then we can keep the EDM going. I quite like this track. Okay, so we have to create 2 variables. Winnings, losses for roulette, and this is easy enough. I lost $24.
Nice.
Thank you, Dr. Dynamite, for the bits. Oh, look at this. Look at all these cheering today. Everyone is such in a happy mood. That's so lovely. Luce, I want to do some stuff with data actually on an app of mine, so it could result in some neat graphs. Very cool. You're excited for Friday Facecam?
Nice.
Thank you for all the cheering. It's very appreciated.
Nice.
Panther, you got some bits to get rid of today? I just want attention. Someone wants to summon a hype train. It does sound like that, but I think just want attention, which is fine.
Nice.
You can compete. I don't mind.
Nice.
Thank you for all the bits.
Nice. Nice.
I'm so glad I chose this sound. I don't regret it at all.
Nice. Nice.
How long is this going to go for? Oh my gosh.
Nice.
What glass number are you on now? Black Panther.
Nice.
Is it literally just the two of you? No! Jibbo and Luce have gotten in on there too. Lovely. Thanks, I hate it. I've run out of wine. I only had 2 small glasses. Wine Friday. Then I lost 50 on Tuesday. Then I won 100 on Wednesday. Then I lost 350 on Thursday. And then I won $10 on Friday. Oof. Day off Salma. Yeah! Very cool that you took a day off today and still streamed. To check out the contents of your vectors. Oh, this is giving me a terrible idea. I need to write this down. I need to make a note. I've written it to White Panther because I didn't know where else to write it. I have gin but no tonic. Is it worth it? But do you hate it more than Baby Shark? No, Baby Shark is always the worst. What is Baby Shark? Yeah, Panther, I wrote down the idea that I had based on when I read check out the contents of your vectors, it just led me to this idea. So that's why I Baby Shark is the worst. Do not Google it. Lyco's it. What's a Lyco? Deal. Very nice. This is not Steve's stream. I do not have blackjack. I'm sorry. This is just about Vegas, I think. We said we wanted to do EDM today, so we'll stick to EDM. Ooh, and Juno Beat stuff. That's great. Meow, welcome to Friday Facecam. As a reward, here I am. Naming a vector. As a data analyst, it is important to have a clear view on the data that you are using.
Nice.
Nice. Understanding what element refers to is essential. In the previous exercise, we created a vector with your winnings. Surprise indeed. Thank you for the bits, Panther, again. Each vector element refers to a day of the week, but it is hard to tell which element belongs to which day. It would be nice if you could show that in the vector itself. Okay. You can give a name to the element of a vector with the names function. Okay, names, roulette vector. Then what? Assign days as names of roulette vector. Oh, so this gets stored separately as like a named entity, kind of. That's kind of cool. Well done. Look at that. Powering through, aren't we? Cool. Naming a vector. Yeah, it's like column names, Loose. Exactly. Columns and rows, sort of.
Nice.
Nice. You want to become a good statistician, you have to become lazy. What? If you are already lazy, chances are high you are one of those exceptional natural-born statistical talents. Oh my god. I'm a genius. It's learning things on a Friday night. What is this? Oh, I'm learning things. Yeah, I know, right? Who would have thought? I mean, we could have played Air Console. Gotcha. No. If you want to become a good statistician, you have to be lazy. Alright, so that seems easy enough. Assign the names of the day to roulette vector. Okay, check this out. I am lazy. So if there's already days vector, then you can just do days vector. Easy peasy. Get out of here, unsub. I'm home now. I'd have spun up Jackbox Party, the better version. The issue the other week was I only had laptop because I was away. Gotta be lazy 50% of the time. But what do you do about the other 50% then? A word of advice, try to avoid code duplication. Continue to the next exercise and learn how to do arithmetic with vectors. Yes! Smash Life. Is that like Smash on Nintendo Switch?
Nice.
Because I've heard great things about Smash. Now that you have the poker and roulette winnings as nicely as named vectors, you can start doing some data analytical magic. Hey, this is what we are here for in stream on a Friday on Twitch, watching me. This is what we're here for. Oh, you asked what you do the other 50% of the time. That was my answer. Okay, it's a good answer. I like it. You want to find out the following type of information. How much has been your overall profit or loss per day of the week? Have you lost money over the week in total? Probably. Are you winning, losing money on poker or on roulette? To get the answers, you have to do arithmetic. If you sum two vectors, it takes the element-wise sum. For example, the following three statements are completely equivalent. 1, 2, 3 plus 4, 5, 6. 1 plus 4 plus 5. Wait, so it's doing these in between? Five, 7, 9. What?
Nice.
Gonna get the next EDM track, Dino. The party will continue. There ain't no party like an R-T. R-party. Maybe I should call the next stream an R-party. Might attract more people. But we're sitting at 10 viewers, holy moly. It's just adding
Nice.
element of 1 of V1 to element of 1 of V2. Are we ready to party? Ain't no party like a Maddie party. Yeah, in case someone's wondering, today, oh wow, it's 6 a.m. for you. Wow. So it's adding one element of V1 to one element of V2. I'm just gonna have to try it, because I don't understand yet. Let's try. What does this look like? A vector, blah, blah, blah. 5, 7, 9. 5, 7, 9. Okay. Let's try this. Seven, 9, 11. So 1 and 4 is 5, 1 plus 1. Yeah, okay, it's prioritizing. Okay, catch up on chat time. I'm debating neat gin. Why? 9 p.m. here. I will also drink, if you're all drinking. If you think it's good stuff and you enjoy, then sure. Oh dear, Bombay Sapphire. Even I know. Even I know. It does sound like gin shaming though, doesn't it? Might need a timeout there, Dino. Might need a little timeout for you. Okay, I understand how this works. Good job. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Now you understand R. Well, at least arithmetic. Time to get those Ferraris in your garage. You need to understand what overall profit or loss. Oh dear. That came out of nowhere. Overall profit or loss per day of the week was. Total daily profit is the sum of profit loss you realized on poker per day and profit loss you realized on roulette per day. Oh yeah, it's just the sum of the vectors. Sends Dr. Dynamite to the thinking chair. Get out of here! Make good choices. Sanctuary? Did they mean to write sanctuary? I don't know. Just assuming. Thank you, Toadfrog. I will only assume that 3 question marks and 3 exclamation marks is, wow, you're handsome. Or it's just pure and utter surprise that I actually have a face and it's not just like a data grip console or something as my face. Oh. Oh. Dino. Yeah. Headless. That's a great one. That's a great one. I'm not just a floating head. Headless peasant. Yeah. I appreciate you all. I'm just trying to learn some R and you're calling me a headless peasant, but you know. I put up with the abuse. I put up with the abuse. So, assign to total daily how much you won lost on each day. Which is just poker vector plus roulette vector. Right? Yeah. Cool. R is easy. I mean, I said that about SQL in the beginning too, when all I knew was select star from. I also thought SQL was easy. SQL's easy, right, Dino? Based on the previous analysis, it looks like you had a good mix of good and bad days. This is not what your ego expected. Oh, you wonder if there may be a very tiny chance you've lost money over the week? Ah. Some. I prefer no SQL. SQL will make me squeal. I actually read it this way. Lovely. I have to get into NoSQL a bit more. I haven't done a lot with it. Very, very different. Different beast. Different beast. Okay, so total winnings with poker. Total winnings with roulette. Total winnings overall are the total poker plus total roulette. Print out total week. Okay. Run the trop. Minus 84. Yes, I've lost money. Well done. This is pretty bad news. It's just easier to conceptualize in some ways because I'm more used to JSON. Yeah. And NoSQL's definitely in terms of structure. I mean, it still has structure. It's not that it doesn't have structure. I quite like JSON. Is SQL better than NoSQL? Are you starting the great code wars of 2021, Panther? I'm the opposite. Please do elaborate. Meow. You do you. There is no war, because NoSQL and SQL are not the same thing. Therefore, they are not comparable. Oh, cool song. Anjuna Beats has tons of stuff. That's really cool. I didn't know Anjuna Beats had so much stuff on Pretzel. It's really nice. MoSQL? You like Jason, but what about Mike? I knew doing this on a Friday was risky, and I still choose to do this on a Friday night. So I'm losing money, that was a given. Time to rethink and adapt your strategy. After a short brainstorm in your hotel's jacuzzi, well, that's probably one of the reasons I'm losing money, you realize that a possible explanation might be that your skills in roulette are not as well developed as your skills in poker. So maybe your total gains in poker are higher.
Nice.
Henceforth, thus, I will henceforth code in Node.js. What does Node.js even look like? Honestly. Please tell me, write me some Node.js in chat. I'm really curious to see how this would even look like. It's a fascinating concept, really. I mean, I get no code as a, as a movement, but actually Node.js? I hate to bring it up. Did I win? Oh no, actually, I exited stream early too. I'm wondering if I won. No script. That's very cool. So you'll start by writing it yourself, Panther? Okay, that's good. So you're starting the actual code yourself as well, Node.js. Would be pretty cool to start your own programming language. Random code generator. Basically the start of a new programming language right there. Okay, so I'm writing Node.js right now, right? Yeah, I guess. Technically everything that isn't JavaScript is Node.js. Oh wait, so NoSQL is everything that isn't SQL. In that case, I'm very good at NoSQL. Calculate total poker and total roulette as in the previous exercise. Oh, again? I don't like the repetition part of data camp. I know that they do it so that it reinforces the concepts, but I don't find it very helpful for me. So I started like copy pasting everything from previous exercises in the SQL one where it got really extreme. So I didn't have to rewrite all the stuff again. Luce Carter rages at CSS. I write in the one and only programming language, HTML. Hypertext markup language. Does it say coding in there anywhere? I don't think so. So how can it be a programming language? Doesn't say code or programming in it. Wait, what? Code generation? Nodges. Node.js, written as Nojes, if you read it in the Spanish way. Check if you realized higher total gains in poker than in roulette. This is such an absurd exercise. So what I'm doing is just printing some variables. And the result is, well, obviously I'm way better at poker than roulette because roulette is just pure chance. There's like no skill, right? DHTML and my clocks that followed my cursor beg to differ. You are all children. I am old and wise. Yes, I have learned today that Panther is actually older than me. Shocking. Truly. I didn't realize. I really didn't realize. Now I understand why everyone suddenly appeared in chat today in my stream. Age unequal to maturity, just saying. I think they're actually inversely proportional, to be honest. How old are you? How old do I look with this young baby face? So Panther, I will not answer that question. How old am I? I am 34. I just turned 34. I had a birthday stream last month, which was a lot of fun. That was really cool. Hi, you're pretty close, Jibbo. Pretty close. Okay, Panther. I honestly thought you were a year younger than me. Don't ask me why I thought that. I have no rational explanation. Have you correctly carried out the comparison? Oh, oops, I misread that. Higher than roulette. Yeah, oh right, Dino, you're 1 year younger. Gosh, so confusing. Wait, what? Total, oh, it's the other way. They want it to be greater than. Okay. And it's true. So I am better than poker, than roulette. Obvious. Well, that's the reason why I thought you were going to say 25. No, come on. I mean, I'm not blind. I can roughly gauge people's ages. Except, generally speaking, with sort of more Asian people, I really have trouble placing age. I guess it's just because they age differently than us? I don't know. It's really hard. It's so strange. It was harsh a little bit. But you know I mean it in kindness. I think I'm the only one here born before 1980. I don't know. Chad? Anyone else around who's born before 1980? Interesting. My dad is less wrinkled than my mom and he's 20 years older than her. Wow. Fascinating. Cool, I don't feel so old anymore. So if that was the objective of this conversation, I congratulate all of you. Because I don't feel a day over 99. Your hunch was right. It appears that the poker game is more your cup of tea than roulette. Which makes sense. I would never play roulette. Another possible route for investigation is your performance at the beginning of the working week compared to the end of it. You did have a couple of margaritas. Okay. Total vector. To select elements of a vector and later matrices data frames, you can use square brackets. For example, first element of the vector is poker vector. Exactly. Notice that the first element in a vector has index 1. Oh, really? That is going to be my downfall. Select average age from the claw. I don't have a database about all of you, I promise. It wouldn't be GDPR compliant. I would have had to ask for consent from all of you to store your age somewhere. And, not cool, man. For example, yeah, this is going to be something I'm going to forget. The first element in a vector has index 1 and not 0. Why? That makes no sense. Assign the poker results of Wednesday. Okay. Poker vector 3. 1, 2, 3. But I mean, I could do this programmatically, right? I don't have to write this out every time, I hope. New challenge, let's do it. We'll do it in R. How many domains do you own? Asking for a friend. We could do some stuff in R. Why not? We have enough knowledge. I mean, I don't, but we as a community. Midweek results. To select multiple events from a vector, you can add square brackets at the end. What an interesting format. So the first and fifth elements of the poker vector. Define a new variable based on a selection. Poker midweek. Assign the poker results of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to the poker midweek. So if I do poker vector, square brackets, D, open up the brackets, and then, wait a second. 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Wait, I should output it and then I know if it's correct. Poker midweek. Oh, that's really cool. What? Domain Addicts Anonymous. I actually own a couple of cool domains, if anyone's interested. Wouldn't mind selling them, if anyone has a cool project they want to do. This is just so cool. So that's cool. This is very cool. I quite like this already. How that information is contained within one line. Very different to SQL. A little bit JSON-y, JSON-esque, NoSQL-y. Selecting multiple elements of poker vector is not very convenient. Many statisticians are lazy people by nature, so they created an easier way to do this. 2, 3, 4 can be abbreviated to 2 to 4. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, roulette selection vector. Tuesday up to Friday. Poker vector, square brackets, C, 2 to 5. Oh, sorry, it's roulette. I don't read instructions. Easy peasy. That's very interesting, this format. I wonder if you can use this with not only integers, but also decimals. I guess we'll find out. White Panther is excited for new hair tomorrow. Wait, are you getting hair transplanted? Or just modified? Like snip snip modified. And then, you know, and all the other stuff they do to hair. As you see, like, this is very low maintenance. Which I enjoy. I'm as efficient with my hair as I am with my SQL queries. Hair transplant. Snip snip color color. Cool. Yeah, you wouldn't color first, because then you'd be cutting off your newly dyed hair, which makes no sense. Red, yellow, black? Oh, Panther's getting the German flag. Or Belgian flag. Dyed in her hair. Wait. Or were those separate choices? I just realized what I said. Red, yellow, black. Together? Or separately? German Panther. I love it. Someone has to buy that domain name. GermanPanther.lol. It's Friday, we can have fun, people. It's allowed.
Nice.
If that happens, I will make German Panther like I made a French one last night. Wait, you made a French Panther? She probably already owns it. Oh yeah, Panther's probably bought all the nationality versions of her name. And all the color variations. White Panther, Black Panther, Orange Panther, Red Panther. Yeah, show us French Panther. I want to see that, Luce. Oh, I just bought many bits, so get ready. Oh dear. Oh. One at a time? Okay. I'm ready. Select poker results for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Poker vector. Square bracket. C. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. Calculate the average.
Nice.
Nice, indeed. You can also use element names to select multiple elements. Oh no, by using their names. Didn't use. Oh, this is so annoying though. Why would I do this? I'll delete it shortly, but pop it in Stream Talk channel. Oh, I'm going to look at this. Do join our Discord if you'd like to have fun with the shenanigans. I haven't had any gin yet. Still contemplating whether it's worth it. Plus, I got paid today. Congratulations on getting paid. Pantherball says it's worth it. That's glorious, Luce. I love it. Really, really cool. Okay, so that's fine. Assign the result to poker start. Calculate the average of the elements in poker start. Mean poker start. NA. What? Oh, I made a typo, that's why. Okay. 36.666666666. Okay. Good job. So I can make a German version. I just need to know what is the stereotypical German. I don't know. I mean,
nice.
Thank you for the bits for typos. I mean, I would say stereotypical German is probably a beer Krug, you know, the Stein, Bierstein, Lederhosen. What else? What else is typically German? Make it awesome, Luce. Selection by comparison. Okay. Comparison operators. Well, these I know. Same as SQL, except it's double equal sign for equal to each other. I'm not putting our fearless leader in Lederhosen. Something you thought you would never say. Most probably. Alright, so which days did you make money on poker? Selection vector. Check which elements in poker vector are positive and assign this to selection vector. Poker vector. The whole thing. Greater than 0. Does that work? Oh, is really cool. I really like this. Monday true, Tuesday false, Wednesday true, Thursday false, Friday true. Ho, 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 ho. 0 mistakes. Very cool. Working with comparisons will make your data analytical life easier. Okay. Okay, we are going to take a very short break. I will be back momentarily.
Nice.
Thank you again for more bits. Panther. Most appreciative. Yes, Dirndl, of course. Of course. Lucy, you could put Panther in a Dirndl. No problem. Dino, congratulations on having weather displaying on your display. I cannot wait for that stream. That is, honestly, it's going to be so cool. I will drop whatever I'm doing to watch that stream. Even if it's a work meeting, I'll just excuse myself. I'm sorry, I need to watch Dino's stream because it's just too cool. I can't miss it. Alright, working with comparisons will make your data analytical life easier. Instead of selecting a subset of days to investigate yourself, you can simply ask R to return only those days where you realized a positive return. Yes. Blah, blah, blah. In Dino we trust. Indeed. Thank you again for the lovely bit, Panther. These little, like, fountain animations are super cool. Quite like that. I can just see, like, cheered 1 bit, cheered 1 bit, cheered 3 bits, cheered 1 bit in the activity feed. Twitch will probably recommend you that you can, like, you can cheer more than 1 bit at a time or some funny notification.
Nice.
Thank you, Panther. R knows what to do when you pass a logical vector in square brackets. It will only select elements that correspond to true.
Nice.
Nice indeed. Thank you, Dino, for the bit. Use selection vector in square brackets to assign the amounts that you won on the profitable days.
Nice.
Thank you, Dino. You have 8 bits left. Very well. Wait, you have 7 now or 8? Because you used 1. Now you have 7.
Nice.
Okay, so use selection vector in square brackets to assign the amounts that you won on the profitable days.
Nice.
I don't get this. Panther! 100 bits. Thank you. What's that for? Tell me. Only zeros may be mixed with neg. What? Friday night party hype. All right. Good for me. I don't. At least like elements that can correspond to true in selection vector. Ah, it's the other way around. So the selection vector is, these are true statements. Ah. Yeah, okay. So the poker winning days will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Nice. Just like you did for poker, you also want to know the days where you realize a positive return for roulette. Roulette vector greater than 0. Roulette vector selection vector. Oh, it's square brackets. Man. Cool. Okay. This exercise concludes the chapter on vectors. Nice. We are on. Let's check what the course outline is. So we are now in matrices. What is the matrix? We're actually going to find out what the matrix is today. That's super cool. You have 2 pills. One is SQL, one is R. Choose SQL. Stay in the logical world that you've been in. Choose R. Go down the rabbit hole. What's a matrix? In R, a matrix is a collection of elements of the same data type. Numeric, character, or logical. Arranged into a fixed number of rows and columns. Since you're only working with rows and columns, a matrix is called two-dimensional, which I'm very familiar with. Ooh, okay, now we get to fun stuff. Using a matrix function sounds badass. 1 to 9 by row equals true, and row equals 3. Wow. That's cool. Chapter conclusion. Thank you for the bit, Panther. Don't think I thanked you for that one. Analyze matrices you shall. All right. It is now time to get your hands dirty. Oh. In the following exercise, you will analyze the box office numbers of the Star Wars franchise. Okay. It's not May 4th yet, but we'll do it. 3 vectors, each one represents box office numbers from the first 3 movies. Non-US box office. This is the second one, okay. Box office is C, New Hope, Empire Strikes, and Return Jedi. A matrix is a rectangular array of numbers, symbols, or expressions. Duh. Return Jedi. Construct a Star Wars matrix. Is matrix 3 rows. Box office Let's see if we can do this without looking at the answer. By row equal true, n rows equals 3. What? Oh, n row. Okay. What does it look like? Star Wars Matrix. Okay, but how do you name these columns? All right, I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna ask us to assign names, like before. Watch this. The forest is actually with you. I called it. Chat, I called it. To help you remember what is stored in Star Wars Matrix, you would like to add the names of the movies for the rows. Not only does this help you read the data, but it's also useful to select certain elements from the matrix. Very cool.
Nice.
Thank you, Panther. Hi. Similar to vectors, you can add names for the rows and columns of a matrix. We went ahead and prepared 2 vectors for you, region and titles. Name the columns with the regions. Call names. To name the columns of Star Wars Matrix with the region vector. Okay. Row names is region. Star Wars Matrix. Wait a second. How do we assign these? Name the columns with region. This is not correct. It's call names, Star Wars Matrix, assign the value from region. And then row names, Star Wars Matrix. Didn't know we'd be doing Star Wars stuff today. And then titles. Should we submit? Boom. I am on my way to becoming an R Jedi. Look at that. Look at that. Calculating the worldwide box office. The single most important thing for a movie in order to become an instant legend in Tinseltown is its worldwide box office figures. Quick poll, do I take public transport tomorrow or drive? Distance? Distance and time difference between the 2 options. It's 4 times the price to drive and park. Haircut. Loose. Manchester. Okay, but distance and time, like, what's the difference between public transport and driving? Oh yeah, okay. Luce can give a better answer. Oh, you could meet in person. That's a great idea. Public transport, or even get mystery husband to drop you off. True. Then you can booze at lunch. But I didn't say that. The single most important thing for a movie to become is worldwide box office figures. Calculate the total box office revenue for 3 Star Wars movies. You can take the sum of the Star Wars Matrix row sums. Okay. Row sums. Okay. Bit difficult with a child. Yeah. I mean, if it was Switzerland, would argue that public transport or a car would work. Depends what you have to consider as other variables as well. Is public transport going to be very busy? Because then there's a higher risk of spread of COVID if the bus is very busy, or train, I don't know. If it's not busy on a Saturday, then yeah, public transport is probably the better option, I agree. In the previous exercise, you calculated a vector that contained worldwide bugs over the region of Star Wars movies. However, this vector is not yet part of Star Wars Matrix. You can add a column or multiple columns to a matrix with the cbind function. Ah, so I can merge stuff together. All Wars Matrix. Add worldwide vector as a new column to the Star Wars Matrix and assign the result to All Wars Matrix. Cbind Star Wars Matrix, comma, worldwide vector. Yeah. The other option, if you fancy a 2-mile walk into town, is park on my driveway. I don't charge. 2 miles. That's like a lot of kilometers. 3 kilometers. What's average walking speed? So 2 miles should take you 30 minutes. Easy peasy. A little brisk stroll on a Saturday. Just like every action has a reaction, every cbind has an rbind. They're not even opposite letters or something. I don't know. Your R workspace, where all your variables you defined live, has already been initialized and contains 2 matrices. Okay. Explore these matrices in the console if you want to have a closer look. I do. Let's see. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. Okay. And these are the first ones. US and non-US. Okay. Use rbind to paste together rbind. What is the difference between rbind and cbind? If you want to check out the contents of the workspace, you can type ls in the console. Really? Oh. Wait, I can type stuff here too? Oh, nice, okay. Rbind, Star Wars Matrix, Star Wars Matrix 2. And then All Wars Matrix. Shh. I just don't fancy it anyway. We have a date. That sounds lovely, you two. I was just going to say that you're going to make all of us jealous. But I have booked my first actual date with my partner next Saturday at an actual restaurant. So look at that. First time in a restaurant since September, I believe. Cool, I think this is right. Nice. Wonderful. Continue with the next exercise and see how you can combine the results of rbind with call sums. So that's like totals of a column then. So cbind, rbind, call sums, row sums, blah blah blah. Okay, so blah. Total revenue vector. Calculate total revenue for the US and non-US region. Okay. Call sums. All Wars Matrix. print out total revenue vector. Run code. Yep. Submit. All right, now comes the fun part. So we can use subsets of matrices. Similar to vectors, you can use square brackets to select one or multiple elements from a matrix. Whereas vectors have one dimension, matrices have two dimensions, rows and columns. Oh, we're almost through matrices already. Wow, that's cool. My objective, by the way, is to get through this introduction today, get through everything, and then call it a night. Ooh, I like this song. Very nice. Similar vectors, you can use square brackets to select one or multiple elements from a matrix. Oh, that's the same syntax. Okay, so we use a comma to separate rows and columns. Row, so it's row column. So first row, second column. So 1 to 3 rows, 2 to 4 columns. Yeah. And if you want to select all the, that's like regex. Sort of. Back to Star Wars. All Wars matrix is available. Select the non-US revenue for all movies. So the second column. All Wars matrix. Square bracket. We want all the elements of the second column. I think. Hold on. All Wars matrix. Non-US is the second column. So non-US all Wars matrix 2. So non-US. Oh wait, I have to run this first. Run. Can I do that? Non-US all. Nice. Okay, this works. Use mean on non-US all to select the non-US revenue. Store the result as non-US sum. Simply print out the result. Mean non-US all. Non-US sum is non-US revenue for the first 2 movies. All Wars. Okay, hold on. But how did we do this before? The first 2 rows and columns. All Wars matrix 1 to 2. Hope you have a great weekend, Two Shoes, and chat. Meow out. Thank you for joining, Meow. Your presence was, as always, very welcome. And I hope you have started your weekend well. Out there. Meow. Okay, so this works. First 2 movies.
Nice.
Thank you. Rest in peace, Meow. He's just going to get on with his day. Nothing happened, Panther. Sheesh. All right, so that works. And then I have to use mean to print out the average of the values in non-US sum. Run. Submit. Ooh. The contents of the variable non-US sum aren't correct. Did you assign the non-US revenue? It's the first 2 columns, row then column. Row 1 and 2 of the second column. That's the reason. I'm going back to bed. It's not you, it's me, but also you. Shame. Then sleep well, Meow.
Nice.
Maybe I should change the bit notification depending on number of bits. Can I do that? I don't know, actually. Possibly. A little arithmetic with matrices. Ooh, okay. Estimate the visitors. As a newly hired data analyst for Lucasfilm, ooh, dream job, it is your job to find out how many visitors went to each movie for each geographical area. You already have the total revenue figures in All Wars Matrix. Are I having a good time? Gotta catch some Z's before the 5K run this morning. Ooh, rough. Rough. Nice. You are having a good time, Panther. Throwing bits around for the R. All Wars Matrix. We should definitely take a look at what this looks like. Okay, standard thing. Estimate the visitors. Divide All Wars Matrix by 5. Oh, okay. Assume the price of a ticket was $5. Simply divide in box office. Okay. I guess. Print the estimate. Alright. That's a big one. Great, what do the results tell you? A staggering 92 million people went to see A New Hope in US theaters. Wait, that's like a third of the US population, right? Holy moly. Like a third of the people in the US watched A New Hope in theaters? Is that real? That seems awfully high. Jesus. That's crazy. Okay. 2 times my matrix, divide, blah, 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 blah. Big boss Lucas points out ticket prices went up over time. Ah. He asks to redo the analysis based on the prices you can find in ticket prices matrix source imagination. Those who are familiar with matrices should know that this is not a standard matrix multiplication for which you should use... Oh. Modulo? No, it's not. Percent times percent. Divide all war matrix by ticket price matrix to get the estimated number of US. All wars matrix divided by ticket prices matrix. Interesting. US visitors is the entire first column from the visitors matrix. Visitors, square bracket, the entire all rows of the first column. Rows, build your database. I laughed so hard because I went to rows.com earlier today because I found them. It's actually something I wanted to try out on a stream because it replaces spreadsheet stuff, like a lot of spreadsheet stuff. It's really interesting because you can, like, where was the video? Yeah, so you have like standard functions and sorting, but you also have this like integrations. You can fetch tweets, for example, using the tweet thing, which is really cool. You can like button and checkbox, and it's just really cool. And then you have a live version, and it's like a live mode where people can use it as a dashboard. It's kind of cool. That's for another time. If you're here now, you just got a secret peek at an upcoming Twitch stream topic. Clap yourself because you were here. Calculate the average of US visitors. Mean US visitors. Submit, I'm confident. Yeah. It's a fact, the R force is with you. This exercise concludes the chapter on matrices.
Nice.
Thank you, Panther. Appreciate your support today. It's awesome. Anyone else supporting today, I am very happy. Very, very happy. Chapter you dive into wonderful world of factors. Statistical data type used to store categorical variables. Okay. Continuous variable is infinite number of values. Categorical variable, limited number of values. Jibbo, thank you for the bits and the support. Very appreciated. It is important that R knows whether it is dealing with a continuous or categorical variable. Oh, dinos, yeah. I don't know where Dino went, Panther. It has been a little bit quiet. But that's fine. People have their stuff to do. Friday evenings. Keep the stream on lurk mode. You can activate lurk mode in chat if you want. Okay. Assign to the variable theory what this chapter is about. A good example of a categorical variable is sex. In many circumstances, you can limit the sex categories to male or female. Sometimes you may need different categories. You may need to consider chromosomal variation, hermaphroditic animals, or different cultural norms, but you will always have a finite number of categories. I'm making weather LEDs.
Nice.
Keyboard smash.
Nice.
I'll change this one because it's Harris Heller. And I know that Panther doesn't like Harris Heller. Something about pentatonic stuff. So assign to the variable theory, like this, the value factors. All right. That was very easy. To create factors in R, you must make use of the function factor. Haha, love it. Sex vector. Should be my Twitch username. First thing you have to do is create a vector that contains all the observations that belong to a limited number of categories. For example, sex vector contains the 5 different individuals: male, female, female, male, male. There are 2 categories, so factor levels. Sex vector. Thank you, White Panther. Factor will encode the vector as a factor. So it's like a select distinct in SQL terms. Factor sex. Can't believe I'm writing this. Sex vector. Factor sex vector. That's a tongue twister. Male, female, female, male, male. Levels, female, male. So it's a distinct function from SQL. Alright. If you want to find out more about factor, do not hesitate to type $factor in the console. Okay. What's a factor and why would you use it? Reminds me of who is your daddy and what does he do? It's a kindergarten cop. What's a factor and why would you use it? Nominal categorical variable and an ordinal categorical variable. What? Okay. Nominal is without an implied order. One is worth more than the other. Impossible to say, right? Animals vector. Yeah, so they all have different values. Of course, Panther might be the most valuable one. Just saying. So ordinal variables have a natural ordering. Ah, yeah, low, medium, high. Okay, so it's like sorted descriptive variables. So we have an animals vector with factor animals vector which is elephant, giraffe, donkey, horse. And then there's a factor temperature. I can drag this over. Factor temperature vector, which is temperature vector, order true, and levels are low, medium, high. So we had to specify what the levels were, because otherwise I wouldn't have known. That makes sense. Easy XP right there. 100 XP just for reading. Okay. Survey vector C, MFFMM. Factor survey vector is the factor of the survey vector. It will know that there's... It won't know what the levels are. Specify the levels. So we want to do C. F. M as the levels. Recording text with abbreviations can be convenient if you're collecting data with pen and paper, but it can introduce confusion when analyzing. Oh. The order with which you assign the levels is important. If you type levels factor survey vector, you'll see that it outputs FM. If you don't specify the levels of the factor when creating the vector, R will automatically assign them. To correctly... Female, male. It outputs F. F in chat for outputting F. Okay, this makes sense for me.
Nice.
This is the one time that actually made sense, Panther. Summarizing a factor. Are we gonna get through these? Factors, data frames, lists. Yeah, easy. That's not even 11 here. Easy peasy. It's weekend. We can spend as much time as we want doing this, kind of. After finishing this course, one of your favorite R functions will be summary. I'm the famous comedian Arnold Braunschweiger. What? I'm so lost. What does this mean, Dino? Mere! Thank you very much for joining. Nice to have you here. I was telling everyone that I'm getting emotes designed, and in case everyone wants to know, it's Mere doing the work for me. She was kind enough to accept my work. I'm a very difficult client.
Nice.
So if anyone needs emotes done, I can highly recommend. Even though she hasn't finished them yet, actually. Special requests. Yeah, no kidding. Also, big shout out to Mere because she streams often in German, I would say, but I think your streams are bilingual actually, but her streams are just pure fun. I try to watch whenever I can. It's always a lot of fun. I think I've mentioned this before as well. It's one of the main reasons I got into streaming in the first place was because I knew about Twitch from you, Mere. And it was like one of those things that just sort of went click last year. I was like, oh yeah, I always see her streaming on Twitch. Okay, I could also start. Yes, if someone writes in English, you do English. Seems fair. But yeah, we've gone through a whole concept thing for the emotes, and I'm super happy with how they've turned out so far. I'm really excited for when they're finished. I cannot wait. It's just, I've never commissioned artwork, so it's a really cool feeling to be able to do that. So thank you all for supporting, because yeah, that money is coming from Twitch. Some of it anyway. Summary will be my favorite R function. Why? Explain. Summary of the survey vector. Oh, I see, because it tells you length, class, and mode. Right. Did y'all see my pro French translating today? I'm sure it was on point. I'm sure it was on point. N'est-ce pas? Generate summary for factors or summary factor survey vector. Well, Jibbo is actually French speaking native. So that's quite a compliment, Panther. I mean, my French is okay. It's a bit rough, but it's probably all right. Mere feels honored to get called out like that. Well, you deserve it. That's the reality. Yeah. Male and female as factor levels enables R to show the number of the elements for each category. Makes sense. Battle of the sexes. Oh no. Now someone else is starting with this. Okay. You might wonder what happens when you try and compare elements of a factor. Old man signing off. Thanks for the stream. Thank you for joining, Jay Walter. Make sure you get lots of beauty sleep, you old man. Panther says, I haven't studied French for 20 years since school, but sometimes I like to translate stuff in my head and keep it in my head. Solid. But then you don't know if it's right or not, right? We should speak French, Shivo, like old school pen pals. So I have a factor with male and female, 2 levels. Read the code in the editor and submit the answer to test if male is greater. Is male larger than female? 1, 2, 3. Yes, it will be. Oh. What? Male. Not meaningful for. Ah, it's just a warning. Greater than is not meaningful for factors. Oh, okay. So it allowed me to submit incorrect code. Wonderful. Ordered factors. Male and female are unordered, right? Because they're... I don't want to say unequal. They can't be ordered. I need to drink. Three left. Well, don't blow them all on my stream, Dino. My goal is to improve my English. So Panther speaks French and you speak English. Parfait. You can speak whatever language you want in chat here. I have no restrictions. I mean, I ask that you speak English, but I don't mind. I'll understand most of what's... Give me 5. Is Arabic okay? I don't know. Panther, do you speak Arabic? I believe? I'm not sure, actually. Can write it whatever language if someone wants to understand you. Boom, all gone. Okay, you just blew all your bits in one go. Oh well. But thank you. I appreciate it. This is not always the case. Sometimes you will deal with factors that have a natural ordering. Urdu is my family's language. I do not speak Arabic. Interesting. Okay. I mean, Mary, you can write in Arabic, but I don't know who would understand. Maybe someone watching would understand it. You can read Arabic, but not understand. What? How does that work? That's confusing. Can I speak Klingon? I don't know, can you? I speak Pig Latin. Sort of. Like, oops, nay. Oh, it's too hard. My brain doesn't work. It's not always the case. Yeah, sometimes I have a natural ordering of categories. So slow, medium, fast, for example. I have a research team of 5 data analysts and I want to evaluate their performance. Ooh, people analytics. I'm tracking their speed. Say the results in speed vector. Just kidding, I don't know anything about Klingon. I learned how to read the sounds and say the sound. It's like being able to read in language using English letters, but not know what it says. That's funny. I guess that's like me being able to read Japanese. Because I can read hiragana, katakana, more or less. It's a bit rusty. Thank you, Jibbo, for the, or Gibbo, I'm not sure, for the bits. I can't read most kanji, I can only read a few, like 5. So, yeah, it's interesting. I hadn't thought of it that way, but it's true, I can, like, read Japanese. And it's actually funny, I found old emails that I used to send when I lived in Japan, and I would write out in English what I wanted to say in Japanese. And reading it even in our alphabet, I don't know what it means anymore because I don't know the words anymore. It's really fun. It's a weird feeling. Such a weird thing. Reading like an email, everything's in the subject line. I don't know why I did that. The entire text message is in the subject line. There's nothing in the body of the email. It's also a bit weird. Okay, Analyst 1 is medium, Analyst 2 is slow, slow, medium, fast. Okay. C with 5 entries. Medium. Slow. Slow. Oh, I should put spaces, otherwise they'll get angry. Medium. Fast. Jibbo says, one day we can make a vocal on co-working channel and each speak his native language. I'm already speaking my native language, but yeah, we can definitely do that. I mean, I could speak Swiss German. It would be kind of interesting to have like a language chat. I mean, technically everything is a language chat, right? Panther will speak French. I look forward to hearing that. Most definitely. Speed vector should be converted to an ordinal factor, since its categories have a natural ordering. Exactly. So factor, speed vector. So we want to do factor, speed vector, ordered equals true. And then we want to do levels equals C bracket lev1. All right, we want to do slow, medium, fast. Yep. Boom. So Mary can do the German part. I can do Swiss German. Dinah will speak Yorkshire. Panther, je vais parler française. Persican, I will with you, White Panther. This is my native language. Jibbo, if I speak English, you will laugh. I don't think so, honestly. I probably can't understand anyone speaking French. You're French Canadian, Persican. Ah, I had no idea. But basically French for me. Us English Canadians see you French Canadians as being mostly from France, right? I think that's the joke. But it's very complicated, and you guys speak a weird variant of French.
N'est-ce pas?
It's quite funny. We can make a lot of Quebecois jokes now that I know that you're French Canadian.
Okay.
But we shall not, because we don't pick on anyone here. Except Panther. Having a bad day at work, data analyst number 2 enters your office and starts complaining that data analyst number 5 is slowing down the entire project. Since you know that data analyst number 2 has a reputation of being a smarty pants, You first decided to check if his statement is true. Sounds like me. When I go to Paris, sometimes I have a hard time to get understood. Except me, what? Thank you for the bits, Panther. Making fun of people in chat. We have our, you know, friendly coworker banter. It's a strange thing. I see everyone in the Discord as like a coworker. Because we spend so much time online with each other. Is that an odd thing? I don't know. So it's already done this for me. Yeah, it's really nice. It's really nice. So I can only plug the Discord again because it is such a great place to be. Feeling like, yeah, a bit like disconnected from your team or something, or you just don't identify with what other people are doing in your team because you're like a lone ranger or you work on your own. It's just a great place. It seemed right good. I derived from Ligantin and I felt right manky and left for B, so I put wood in all when went bad. What now, Dino? Is that Yorkshire? That seems really tricky to write. Lots of apostrophes. Online is our life now. It is. I mean, life has always been online a lot. That's why there's Second Life. That's how it came about, I guess. But so much has transitioned online now. It's crazy. I mean, the fact that I'm sitting here talking to people as if they're actually in this room with me is mind-blowing for someone who's like 70 plus. I tried to explain what streaming was to one of my grandparents, and they were just looking at me like, wait, so it's like a webinar? I said, yeah, sort of. It's only spelled the way I talk. Oh, Meta, your emotes are so cool. So cool. There's so much thought and so much work into them. I love them. They're so cool. I love it when you say us instead of our, Dynamite. I understood like 1% of what you wrote before, Dino. So we have a factor value DA2. This is just a variable name. Use 2 to select from factor speed vector. We want the second thing. Is data analyst 2. Then we want data analyst 5, right? Yeah. Is data analyst 2 faster DA2 greater than DA5? It's gonna be false, isn't it? Bellissimo. What does the result tell you? Data analyst 2 is complaining about data analyst 5, while in fact they are the ones slowing everything down. Okay, so this is done. We're done. Okay. Must do without knowing. Our data frame, yes, which is very important, Persican, because the concept of a data frame is also used in Python, right? I think. I constantly also write common table expressions in SQL and call them data frames, but now I will find out if it's actually the right terminology. But you may remember from the chapter about matrices that all elements you put in a matrix should be of the same type. Back then, your data set on Star Wars only contained numeric elements. However, you could have a mix, logical numeric character, and that's in a data frame. Submit the answer. Oh, cool. Cars data frame. Yeah, this is like a standard two-dimensional thing. Yeah, that's okay. So I have been using the famous MT cars. Yeah, I think I somehow feel like this is a famous data frame. You're talking to yourself to make sure. It's quite funny to imagine. Alright, so I've been using data frame correctly as a term. That's very comforting. Wow, that's a lot of cars. Head empty cars. I know this from when I was trying R a little bit. Which gives you the first row. Gives you the first row. First observations. That's really cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's really cool. So what do we have in this data set? For example, HP represents the car's horsepower. For full overview of the variable's meaning, type... Oh, you can type... Really? Wait, what? What did it just open? Eh? I love it. Never change. You may get hit with me talking with a West Country accent at some point. Okay, this is not working properly. Okay. Have a look at the structure. Where are we, by the way? We are in data frames and then lists. Okay. Wonder how many chapters that is. Fair enough.
Nice.
I do believe it is Panther bedtime. Hey! Well, Panther, it's been lovely having you, as usual. Loose, I'll bait you tomorrow. Farmer. I don't get that joke. This is all British stuff. Have a good night, White Panther. Enjoy your haircut tomorrow and your lunch with Luce, or time with Luce. Should be quite nice. I am very jealous. Investigate the structure of MT cars. Oh, that's really cool. Numerical, 32 observations of 11 variables. So you can kind of figure out, these are like sort of distinct and stuff, although 3.92 appears multiple times. Interesting. Structure will give you a rapid overview of the structure of the dataset, total number of observations, total number of variables, full list of the variable name, data type of each variable, and the first observations. This is very useful. With SQL, you just do limit, but that's not the same thing. If you just do select star from X limit 5, for example. Okay. Ooh, planets. Since using built-in datasets is not even half the fun of creating your own datasets, the rest of this chapter is based on your personally developed dataset. Put your jetpack on because it's time for space exploration. Very topical. Need a bit more space here. As a first goal, you want to construct a data frame that describes the main characteristics of 8 planets. According to your good friend Buzz, the main features of a planet are type of planet, diameter relative to diameter of the Earth, rotation across the sun, if the planet has rings or not. If it has a ring, you know that you're gonna marry it. That's the rule. Gonna put a ring on it. After some high quality research on Wikipedia, you feel confident enough to create the necessary vectors. Okay. You construct a data frame. Data.frame. Ah, yes. As arguments, you pass the vectors from before. They will become the different columns of your data frame because every column has the same length. The vectors you pass should also have the same length, but don't forget that it's possible and likely that they contain different types of data. Dr. Dino, you are off to bed as well. Have a good one. Sleep well. I look forward to seeing your pixel art LED thing soon. Soon. I will call it a night after this one. I don't think I will make it to the lists. We're only halfway through the data frame. But this is really cool. So I'm creating my first data frame. So pass the vectors name, type, diameter, rotation, and rings as argument. Okay. Name. Type. Diameter. Rotation. Rings. So Persican, are you in Quebec as well? It's earlier in the day for you, if that's the case. Persican or Persican or Persican. Any of the vowels can be extended. The planet's DF data frame should have 8 observations and 5 variables. Structure of planets DF. Oh, Persican might have left. It is late for us in Europe. Okay. This is really cool. Oh yeah, some of them are factors and stuff. All right. Similar to vectors, you can select elements from a data frame with the help of square brackets. By using a comma, you can indicate of what to select from the rows and columns. Planet's DF is preloaded. Okay, print out the diameter of Mercury. So planet's DF. I want row 1, column 3. Print out data for Mars. Planet's DF. Entire 4th row. Four with every column. Boom. So I definitely know syntax, and SQL has helped here, or just data structure knowledge in general has really helped coming into R now. Like when I first looked at R a few years ago, I really had a lot more trouble understanding it. Now it's super easy. It's really a lot easier than I thought it would be. Okay, so first 3 elements, same thing. Row, type. Disadvantage, you have to know the column number of type, which gets hard if you have a lot of variables. Ah, you can do that? I didn't know you can use the actual names. First 5 values of the diameter column. Up to 5? 1 to 5. Ta-da! So it's interesting, it puts them as a row as well when it prints them. That's interesting. Because in SQL they would have been returned as a column, but here they've been returned as a row. Only planets with rings. You will often want to select an entire column. There's a shortcut. Ah! Planets DF $. rings. That's cool. Really? Oh, that makes it very, very fast. Okay, that's cool. All right. Okay, you probably remember that from high school that some planets in our solar system have rings and others do not, but I don't recall their names. That is true. Planets DF, adapt the code to select all columns for planets with rings. Okay. Adapt the code so that instead of only the name column, all columns for planets that have rings are selected. Okay, how did we do this? Let's try to use rings vector to select the data for the 4 planets with rings. This should be easy. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. These are all the levels. Adapt the code to select all columns for planets with rings. Okay. Rings vector. All the columns. How do I output all the columns? I don't know how to do this. Oh, keep it empty? Undefined. Oh, right. You just have to. Ah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Persican. I was actually asking before. I think you'd left for a bit. If you're in Quebec right now, or if you Ah, yeah. So it's earlier for you. Check this out. Time is Montreal. 5:30 for you in the evening. Very cool. Submit. Tedious solution. The next exercise will teach you how to do it in a more concise way. Yeah, that seems... Only planets with rings but shorter. So that was a subset of the data frame. Okay. By now, NASA is probably already flirting with your CV. Yeah, unlikely, seeing as they don't have it. Now, let us move up one level and use the function subset. You should see the subset function as a shortcut. Subset. Okay. Planets DF. Subset equals some condition. The code below will give the exact same result. Ah, but you don't need to create a rings vector first. Use subset on planets DF to select planets that have a diameter smaller than Earth. Because diameter variable is a relative measure, you can use a planet's diameter. Ah, okay. So diameter less than 1. 0 rows. Is diameter not in quotes? Ah! Because it's already been passed. Okay, it's already been passed. Very cool. Great, thank you, Persican. Subset seems nicer than making a vector each time. Now we have to play around with the order function in the console. Well, okay, it's just ordering stuff. Okay. Order. Okay, so A is, for example, 1, 2, 3. And then we do order A. 1, 2, 3. What if we do... Jibo, you need to go. That's no problem. You should go. It's probably very late for you. Unless you're somewhere not in Europe, in which case it's either very early or early for you. Thank you very much for the bits. Thank you for joining today. It was great having you. Take care and hopefully see you Monday for next stream. So, and enjoy your weekend, of course. Experiment with the order function. What if I want to order it the other way? Can I like order ascending, descending? Like in SQL? So what if we do A? Let's assign this a different one, like 4, 1, 6. Ah, it's the index, not the values. Thank you, Persican. I was missing that. I was really struggling now to understand why it did that. Because I had typed 1, 2, 3 before and that was not obvious. Ah, yeah. It's the element number. Ranked position of each element. Okay. Sweet. Sorting our data frame. And this is the last exercise. Now that you understand the order function, let us do something useful. Okay. We were doing useful stuff before, but we can do planets df diameter. Now we know the right order, which we store as positions, and use positions to sort the planets. Okay. Now reshuffle planets df with positions vector as row indexes inside square brackets. Ah, wait. Simply print out the result. Planets df. Positions? No. Reshuffle planets TF with the positions vector as row indexes inside square brackets. Keep all columns. Like this? Ah. Right. That makes sense. This exercise concludes the chapter on data frames. Remember that data frames are extremely important in R. You will need them all the time. Yes. Another very often used data structure is the list. Ah, let's do it. Let's just do the list. Okay. So we've done vectors, matrices, and data frames, and now we get to learn about lists. Why are they different? Okay. A list is similar to a to-do list at... Okay, submit the answer to start. So I just got 200 XP for doing nothing, basically. All right, so that's easy because that was like 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 7. Let's create our first list. My list is list. This is basically just like an array. Construct a list named myList that contains the variables myVector, myMatrix, and myDF. Okay. Well done, you're on a roll. Just like on your to-do list, you want to avoid not knowing or remembering what the components of your list stand for. That's why you give them names. This creates a list with components that are named name1, name2, and so on. If you want to name your list after you've created them, you can use the names function, like vectors. Okay. Change the code of the previous exercise by adding names to the components. First 10 elements of built-in data frame empty cars. Adapt list call to give the components names. Well, names, my list. What should I name them? For my vector, name VEC. For my matrix, you'll name it Matt. Hello. And DF. Okay. Seems good to me. Nice. Okay. I still don't understand why I would use a list instead of just a simple vector. I guess they will say why. Being a huge movie fan, you decide to start storing information on good movies with the help of lists. Start by creating a list for the movie The Shining. We've already created the variables move, act, and rev. Okay. Complete the code in the editor. Movie name, a character string with the movie title. Actors equals act. Reviews equals rev. Okay. What's the... Okay. Fair enough. Movie name, The Shining, actors, sources, comments. 3 comments for the same movie? Okay. You now have to construct and name lists. Oh. This becomes quite complicated. Your list will often be built out of numerous elements and components, therefore you get a single element. It is a bit tricky. So let's see. Yeah, square brackets. Numbered position. Remember, to select elements from vectors you need single square brackets, don't mix them up. You can also refer to names of components with double or $sign. Both will select the data frame in the list. Okay. Shining list actors. Print out the second element of the vector representing shining list $actors square bracket 2. Okay, that seems correct. There we go. Easy peasy. Okay. You found reviews of another more recent Jack Nicholson movie, The Departed. It would be useful to collect together all the pieces of information about the movie You're becoming fluent in R. I don't know if I'm fluent yet. I'm understanding the structures, but I'm not seeing yet how I would use it for data analysis work. Let's put it that way. So scores. 5 and 4.2. 4.2. Okay. Comments. I would watch it again. Amazing. I liked it. One of the best movies. Fascinating plot. Okay. Fascinating plot. Close bracket. Save the average of the scores vector as average review. Average review. Variable assignment. Average of the scores vector. Scores. Could not find function average. That is not the right syntax. Really? Oh, it's mean. Of course. Okay. Combine the scores and comments into the reviews df. So reviews df assign data.frame scores comment. Okay. Create and print out a list called departed list. Create and print out a list that contains the movie title, okay, movie actors, and then reviews data frame, and the average review score. Okay, I want to see what this looks like. Departed list. Okay, The Departed. Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Vera Farmiga, Martin Sheen. Scores. There's this weird one at the end. Oh, that's the average review, 4.72. Oh, did you print Departed list? Excuse me. Nice. Okay. Oh, that's it. We've completed Introduction to R. Oh, okay. Perfect. So that is the data analyst track with R. Data analyst with R. The next course will be apparently, okay, so this was apparently 4 hours and it has now been 2 hours 45 on stream, 2.5 realistically. So I'm almost twice as fast as they say, which is nice. That shows I have a good programming knowledge in advance. So I think that really helps. I don't know if I will continue with this on Monday. I like to let things sink in a little bit. I'd also like to maybe try R out locally. So I'd have to install it because I haven't installed R. Monday I might do something else completely. I don't know yet. Will this help me be a better data analyst? It's a very good question. I guess having more tools in my belt is going to help me. And this stuff, so in intermediate R, there's stuff about like loops and stuff, and that's stuff you can do in SQL, but I never learned to do it in SQL. And I think it's just more efficient to do it in R. So you can iterate over a data set and You don't have to write everything for every single row or every single column or something. I think that's very helpful. So for those who are here, we will be rating someone very special today. Honestly, it has nothing to do with data analytics. Once you become more fluent in R, it'll definitely help your data analyst skill set. We are going to raid one of my all-time favorite YouTube couples, Evan and Caitlin, who are also streaming today. They're streaming games, a game called It Takes Two. But first, before we do that, we need to transition to the outro. And the outro is a bit special because I haven't prepared the outro properly with Facecam. But I wanted to say thank you for today. It was a lot of fun. And as you know, we have some epic game show music. So that we can say thank you to everyone who contributed on stream today. And that's fun. The thank you doesn't come up. Wonder why that is. There should be a thank you credits rolling, but it's not. I don't know why that is. That's strange. I'll figure that out next time. Thank you to everyone who contributed today, and I appreciate you all for the bits, for the gifted subs, for the lols, for the good time in chat. I had a really nice time, really enjoyed it, and I hope that you all have a great weekend. Oh, look at, there it is. Look at that, there it is. It's decided to show up. So Loose and White Panther have become new subscribers thanks to Dr. Dynamite's gifted sub. We have 2 new followers, which were in between streams, I assume, because they did not follow right now, but that's fine. Thank you to them. And thank you to all the cheers. It's gonna list all of them individually, which is kind of hilarious. Yeah, I don't know why it didn't appear. I think the speed is good. Maybe there's a delay. I don't know. Didn't change anything from last time, but that's... So basically, Panther and Dino and Jibbo had some fun with that. So we're gonna go raid Evan and Caitlin. I hope that they appreciate it. They're pretty big on streaming now, not gonna lie. But I really enjoy their content. I really love their content. I support them on Patreon. I think they're a great couple, and you should check them out because it has nothing to do with data analytics. I just think that they're great. So yeah, that was fun. See you Monday, hopefully. Bye.